You hear the timer start. You cannot see it. You cannot find it, but you feel it. That specific cold certainty that somewhere in this room, something is counting down, and whoever placed it there has already calculated exactly what happens when it reaches zero. That is what it feels like to be in a room with Robert McCall. And that is the feeling that Denzel Washington, in November of 2024, confirmed is coming back, twice. We are doing 4 and 5. That is a direct quote, not a rumor, not a trade report, not a carefully hedged studio statement that could mean anything. Denzel Washington sat across from Esquire magazine and said we are doing 4 and 5 with the specific unpretentious clarity of a man who has already made the decision and is simply informing the world that it has been made. And in that moment, without a trailer, without a poster, without a single frame of footage, The Equalizer 4 became the most anticipated action sequel of the next 2 years. But here is the detail that nobody is discussing at the scale it deserves. The quote did not end at "we are doing 4 and 5. It continued. And what came next is the most emotionally revealing thing Denzel Washington has ever said publicly about this franchise and about his relationship with the audience that has made it his most commercially consistent series of films. He said, "More people are happy about that. And I've come to realize that the Equalizer films are for me too, because they're for the people. They want me to go get the bad guys. We can't get them, so you go get them." Read that again, not as a soundbite, as a statement from a man who has won 2 Academy Awards, who has played Malcolm X and Reuben Carter and Troy Maxson and Herman Boone, who has the specific creative credibility to make any film he chooses at any stage of his career. And he is telling you that making an Equalizer film is not a commercial obligation. It is a gift he gives to an audience that needs someone to go get the bad guys. Not because he is contractually bound, because he wants to. Because the people who cannot get the bad guys themselves, the specific human beings sitting in cinemas in every city and every country where these films have played, deserve the specific satisfaction of watching someone who can. That is not a franchise justification. That is a moral statement. And it changes the entire emotional weight of whatever the Equalizer 4 turns out to be. Now let us talk about the complete confirmed picture. Denzel Washington returns as Robert McCall, the retired Marine and former DIA operative whose specific lethal methodology, the counting, the calculating, the absolute commitment to justice for the powerless against the powerful, has generated $570 million across 3 films, with every single installment routinely doubling its production budget in domestic markets alone. Equalizer 1 cost $55 million and earned $192 million. Equalizer 2 cost $62 to $79 million and earned $190 million. Equalizer 3 cost $70 million and earned $191 million. 3 films, 3 virtually identical domestic multiples. The specific commercial clockwork of a franchise that has found its audience and refuses to lose it. Director Antoine Fuqua, who directed all 3 previous entries and built the franchise's visual language from the ground up, is expected to return for both the 4th and 5th installments. Fuqua has stated publicly that the Equalizer 4 simply must include Denzel Washington, or it is not the Equalizer 4. Those are his words. The franchise and the performer are not separable. Richard Wenk, who wrote all 3 existing films, is the natural screenwriter for the continuation. No official confirmation on either attachment, but the creative continuity they would provide is the most credible signal available that these films will be built with the same discipline that built the previous three. And then there is Ana de Armas, the ballerina, the performer whose work in the John Wick expanded universe this summer proved she can carry the physical and emotional weight of a serious action franchise. Who is being widely reported as a potential addition to the Equalizer 4. The specific dynamic that her presence would create alongside Washington, her explosive kinetic unpredictability against his absolute measured stillness, is the most exciting potential new action pairing in contemporary cinema. McCall's decades of experience meeting her barely contained urgency. The most dangerous quiet man in action cinema meeting the most dangerous dancer. That combination does not simply add to the franchise, it multiplies it. No official green light from Sony Pictures, no confirmed release date. Industry tracking points toward a 2026 to 2027 production window based on typical action film scheduling. And the only people who know the specifics are the people who are quietly building it right now. Robert McCall enters a room. He looks at it, he counts, he calculates. He identifies every threat, every exit, every object that could be used as a weapon, every person who does not know what is about to happen to them. The timer in his head finishes, and then, with the absolute quiet certainty of someone who has already decided, he moves, and whatever is in that room realizes immediately and too late that the specific silence before Robert McCall moves is not hesitation. It is the kindness of giving them one final moment before he takes everything else. Denzel Washington is coming back. He said so himself. And whatever is waiting for Robert McCall in the fourth chapter, it has no idea what is about to walk through that door.